For the last match, this last group match, we have a battle of the colors. ShiroBrawl versus PinkSpinner. White versus pink. Shiro versus Momoiro, if you will. Blanc versus Rose, if you will. Shiro building something nasty, something absolutely fierce. Playing as Draco. I love Draco. Draco's wonderful. Shiro cutting a little bit of that tail, cutting the tail by 1 length. Pink sending out an 8 chain. ShiroBrawl countering that with an 11, would have been a 12 if that one redhead stayed in column 5.
Someone owes me an apology. You can't compete with me.
Draco. I have, I'm subscribed to Sandy Lang's newsletter, like the fashion brand. Because the clothes are so cute. I kind of wish I was a Sandy Lang girl. Okay, ShiroBrawl, I was thinking ShiroBrawl kind of at a, yeah, a bit of a limit in terms of how far he can extend his chain. Pink's chain not quite extending to the level, sorry, not right popping to the level that she would like. She has to rebuild those 2 links. Ends up rebuilding those 2 links quickly enough to set off an 8 chain. That's not going to affect ShiroBrawl's 11, right? He sent an 11? Was it an 11 or a 13? Watch me be wrong and it'll be a 12. ShiroBrawl a little light on the pops here. Making sure those purples are all in place. Gets all those purples in place. Not quite prepped for that 3 chain from Pink. And so Pink's got that follow-up. Shiro not getting the yellows to pop at that pop that garbage at the top of the board, ends up topping out. What am I thinking of? I like the extension so far. Shiro's gonna need 2 blues on top of column 1. As it stands, ShiroBrawl's GTR does not connect all the way down. It's just up to Pink to notice that. So Pink sets off the main chain with a cut. ShiroBrawl about to pop something, I suppose, that wouldn't have offset all that damage. So ShiroBrawl opts to take that junk. Just take down, really. ShiroBrawl probably gonna want a yellow in columns, yeah, 4 or 5 in order to finish off that chain with the tail. I think Pink running into a bit of an issue with the rest of her chain. Shiro sending out an 11. 7 from Pink. So a little ways off. Pink might want to focus up more on blocking off ShiroBrawl early, because unlike a player like Void, the attacks are a lot more minimal. ShiroBrawl, I'm hoping, well, you know, it could have been a misdrop, you know, with the red-blue, or just opting not to take it. Bit of a scary moment there for ShiroBrawl up at the top of the board, extending to heaven. Reds are gonna cut in column 3, so are the greens in column 2, and that's only going to be a 7. Right at the moment where Pink opts to, you know, do block-offs. I guess those attacks just weren't rapid enough in order to catch ShiroBrawl at the top of the board, but, you know, she's broken apart too much of her chain in order to respond to Shiro's kind of messy 7. Or maybe it was the attacks that shortened the chain down to a 7 in the first place, and she just needed a 7 to be able to respond. ShiroBrawl seems to be having a bit of a rough patch. Okay, it needs that extra blue to come down. Uses that tail as a harassment. Pink not gonna block off enough damage to survive that attack. So ShiroBrawl's been pretty chill with the pokes and attacks so far. Now he's starting to up the ante. Pink's still wide open. Well, actually, maybe it was those purples that we were supposed to be worried about the whole time, because I was worried about the green connection. Pink needing to set something off desperately, because Pink does not really have a lot of wiggle room right now. Landing an attack, ShiroBrawl's still open, extending with the greens. 5 chain a little bit too long for a follow-up. ShiroBrawl getting that main chain out. Main chain is a 9. ShiroBrawl made that gap, running away with it. And 3 chain harassment, and that's gonna be big damage. It's going to land, and so ShiroBrawl is going to take that 7-2. I think that PinkSpinner can consider herself accomplished for taking a couple games off ShiroBrawl. I enjoyed the battle of the tints.